Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly what I used to use when I was cleaning carpets. Or I'm going to show you a couple of things. What I used, it was very cheap and inexpensive to get more clients, and one of them was what I used to call the magic bottle of spot remover. It's a simple, nothing special, it's just a bottle of spot remover. I used to use a 700ml bottle, so it's 150ml bottle, and I'm going to show you where I get these, or used to get these really cheap, and the kind of chemical I use. Of course, you can, if you've got somewhere you can get them cheaper, by all means do that. If you want a different chemical, by all means use whatever you like to. But I'm going to show you what I used to use and why I used to use it. More importantly, how I used to use it and why this worked to get more clients. So it starts here with the stickers. This is the important part of what's on the front and back. So I'm going to start with the back one first. Just make these a little bit bigger so we can see them clearly. So the sticker that was on the back were the directions. And I'd very quickly go through these with the client and say, the way I do it was like this. There's two areas. I would start with the client. I've just finished cleaning their carpets, and I pack everything up. By the time I come back in, I say, look, by the way, we have these special bottles of spot remover. We make these up and we do them in-house. You cannot buy these on the shelves anywhere. We specifically make these up just for our customers, and we do sell these at $39. However, I'm going to give you a bottle of this for free today, just to say it's our way of saying thank you for using our services. And the customer always love that, as you can imagine, and especially with their perceived value of $39. So then what I do is say, look, it's very important you do follow the instructions on how to use this. And I'd run through the instructions very quickly with them. Then I get to the important part, which is the top part here. Now I say, by the way, when this is empty, you call me on this number here, and this is where you put your number, your website and details. You say, when this is empty, you give me a call and I will top it up for free for life, or as long as you stay one of our customers. All you do is just give me a call, let me know that it's time to top it up, pop it out on your front porch, and when I'm passing by this week or next week, I'll just top it up for free. So you just come home from work, check it, make sure it's filled. If it's not, you just leave it there and I will get there at some point. So that in itself actually did a couple of things. First of all, the customers, there was a small wow factor. It's like, oh gee, that's different. No one's ever done that. Usually people will try and sell more. So what it does secondly is most customers really very rarely called me to top it up unless they were booking in their next carpet clean. And I found that alone got more people to book sooner to have their carpets cleaned, because I don't know, maybe they felt guilty they were getting something for free, I'm not sure. Yes, some people will take advantage of it, and what you might do is you might set a limit to that. I set a limit to 3 times. If they didn't book their carpets in by the 3rd fill, then that's it, no more. So you can do that and choose to do that how you like. Once I'd finished, I'd say to the customer, look, do you mind if I just pop next door on either side and just see if they'd be open to possibly having their carpets cleaned, once I packed up from their place, of course. And the customer would always say, yeah, that's fine. So I'd pop in next door on either side. I usually do 1, 2, or maybe 3 across the road, depends how I was going for time. And all I do is I'd say, hey, look, I was just cleaning Mrs. Smith's place next door to you, doing her carpets, and I just want to apologise about the noise we're making, and my way of saying sorry is to give you one of our special bottles of spot remover for free. And the customer, 99 times, I can tell you right now, out of 100, they always say, well, what's the catch? So if there is no catch, we just do this in hope that maybe one day you might think to give us a call to either clean your carpets, your leather lounge, your curtains, whatever it is that you guys do. You name a few things. And what would happen, usually around 32, 33% of the time, is they'd say, look, actually, while you're here, would you mind coming in and having a look at, and they'd want you to have a look at something. And around about 80 to 82% of the time, I would book them in at another time. Now, that customer cost me, the time I used to get these done, was over 20 years ago, so I used to get these bottles made up for around, I think they were just under $2. These days, I think it's about $5. I can't remember now. Complete with the trigger, the bottle, the stickers, and the chemical. So let's say it costs you $10. $10 to get a guaranteed client is pretty darn good. If you consider things like Google ads and Facebook ads, by the time you actually get the client and how many clicks and much you've spent to get to that, it tends to be quite a bit. So that's how I use these bottles. They worked really well, and it's not just me. I've trained a number of carpet cleaning business owners here in Australia, in the US, and also in the UK, this same thing, and they're still doing it today, and it still works very, very well. And the beauty of it is, you don't need to be some crash hot salesman to say, here, we'd just like to give you a free bottle of spot remover. You're going to find 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, well, what's the catch? And that's your invitation to say, well, there is no catch. We just do this in hope that you might think about using us one time next time you need your carpets cleaned, or your leather couch, or your curtains or your upholstery or whatever it is that you do. And you're going to find that this thing alone will bring you a lot of business. It works really, really well. Now, what I'm going to do is show you very quickly where I get these from, or used to get them from. All right, so the company is called ChemClean, ChemClean.com.au, and actually I think the direct link to their actual product is here. Now, I'm not affiliated with these guys. The guy that used to own the company was named Terry, that I used to buy it from. I believe his sons run the company now. There's no point mentioning my name. They may or may not remember me. I don't get any commissions from these guys. You don't have to use this chemical. The reason I used it is because it was a neutral pH, which means the client is less likely to get themselves in a strife by putting it onto, you know, a pure wool white carpet or something. If it's a higher pH, they could get themselves in a bit of strife there. So that's one of the reasons I used it. Plus, we used to water it down. I think it was like 10 or 12 to 1. I can't remember. And it was just, look, customers loved it. It was really, really good. So that's the chemical we used, and I think it used to, I can't remember the exact price, but I think it was around about 60 something cents to fill up a 750 ml bottle. Now, speaking of the bottles, let me show you where I used to get those from. That was from this company here. So they're called Contapack, CONTAPACK.com.au. If you can get them cheaper from somewhere else, or if you get them imported from China, by all means, please go ahead. But this is where I get them from, bottles and the triggers. And you, obviously with the stickers, you get them made up. I'll leave a link to the stickers so you can download what I have there. All I ask is that you do change the image, because that was my friend Peter. We did this place and we took a photo from that. He still uses that, he owns that image. And you don't want to get yourself caught up with copyright. It's better to have your own image in there anyway. And I'm sure you got like a couple of dozen images you can put there, or you might want to put your logo or something. That's all good either way. And so the 750 ml, not a 500 ml, not a smaller bottle. It looks cheap. It's like you're skimping on it. And I like to say that we sell these for $39.95. You can't. It's very hard to sell a 500 or a 250 ml bottle for $39.95. It just doesn't look real. 750 ml bottle. I don't go with the litre bottles because the triggers would fall off a bit. The 750 ml is a good size, and the flat one, because you've put the sticker on one side and the other sticker on the other side, it works really well. And same company for the triggers. So that again is Contapack, CONTAPACK.com.au. And I'll make sure we leave some links there so you guys can use them. Again, if you can get these bottles cheaper somewhere else, by all means, please do that. And if you can, actually let me know, because we promote, I've actually got a course that we use for carpet cleaning business owners, and if there's somewhere cheaper, I'd just like to let them know. If you guys would be okay with that, that'd be awesome. So that's one area that I used to use to actually bring in a lot more customers, and it worked really well every single day. I don't think there was a day I didn't do that when I was cleaning carpets. And it used to bring me in a lot better, high kind of good quality clients, because I was cleaning their neighbour, and all of a sudden I'm talking to them, and if they didn't book it, and this used to happen quite a bit too, they didn't book it with me on the day, they'd go and talk to the neighbours. Hey, you know, that guy came in, he said he did your carpets, was he any good? And one thing will lead to another from there. But the interesting thing was, once you're on their doorstep, you've given them something, they always, not always, around 30-32% of the time, they'd always ask me at that point to, would you mind coming in and having a look at something? So use that, it does work. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is a lot about commercial work and how to get commercial clients. And the reason I like that is I used to like doing commercial work on Saturdays. Usually no one's in the office and it's a lot easier. So it's pretty simple. And I think just to sort of make it easier, I just looked up commercial carpet cleaning and found some images there. Sorry if you guys are one of these guys, I'm not copywriting anything you've got there, because I'm just giving away some free information. But basically what I do, if you're on a tight budget, you don't have any money to advertise, you've got to do something. You've got to cold call, you've got to drop in, knock on doors to do something. You can't just sit there and say carpet cleaning sucks, it doesn't work. You've got to do something. Carpet cleaning sucks. That was unintentional. But yeah, no pun intended. But what you got to do is you got to get some business in somehow. If there's no money in the wallet to spend on advertising, you got to do something. So here's what I used to do, and I got so damn good at it that I actually started liking it. Believe me, I'm no naturally born salesman. I was really bad at it, as a matter of fact. But the fact that I just kept persisting until I got it right was what worked. So I'm going to give you the formula that worked. And I know this works, and I'll prove it to you, because I had one of the carpet cleaners that actually joined my course many years ago, he actually called me up and told me I was full of shit and said that this is crap, it doesn't work. And I said, I'll tell you, I'll lay you a challenge. I said, I will come out with you for 2 hours and I'll show you how this works, and if we don't get at least one client in, I'll actually refund every single person that's purchased my course. We've got over 700 customers around the world that have purchased our carpet cleaning marketing course. So I went out with him for, it was about 2.5 hours, I will be honest, but we got 3 jobs in on the day. The smallest one was over $800, commercial work. And all I did was very simple. I'd go in and I'd say, look, hey, I just wonder if you can help me out. You guys run a local business, we run a local business too. I just wondered if there's any way that we could do something together. What I'd love to do is, I notice your foyer area is really dirty. We'd like to clean it for you for free. Absolutely no charge. The only catch is that if you like what we do, we hope that one day you might like to use our services. And of course, a lot of people said yes to that. Now, as a carpet cleaner, you might be thinking, this guy, is he nuts? Cleaning carpets for free? I'll tell you what, it got us a lot of work. Because the majority of people don't want to take advantage of you, funny enough. And some people do, some people will. It happens. And so we booked in, I think, 7 jobs on a day, 3 of them which actually booked in with paid jobs. Because they said, look, while you're here, would you mind having a look upstairs? We went upstairs, had a look, we booked them in. One of them was a full day job. The other 2 jobs were a little bit less than a day. And the smallest one was over $800. The biggest one, I can't remember, but it was well over $1,000. So that's how we used to get cleaning jobs commercially. And the reason I say that about commercially is I did the exact same thing knocking on doors, not far from where I used to live in Sydney at the time, which was in a place called Oatley. And I think I knocked on around about 20 to 30 doors to get 1 job on average. But the same thing, I just offer a free clean. And the reason why I knocked on so many is because a lot of people weren't home. So I know you're probably thinking, well, gee, knocking on doors and doing it, I don't want to do that. That's ridiculous. I can't do that. I'm not a salesman. Man, if you're struggling and you're on a tight budget, you've got to do something, especially if you've got your house on the line. And this thing will get you out of trouble. So here's what I'm going to offer. Nothing to buy, but if you're really stuck and you need help, I'll help you for free. I won't entice you to buy anything. I won't ask you to buy anything, and I won't sell you anything. What I will do for 6 people, only 6 because I'm busy myself, is if you guys need a hand, speak to Sharon, speak to somebody here, and it's the first 6 people that come in that are struggling, that really need a hand, I'll spend an hour with you and we'll work out a plan to help you bring in more customers. And I promise you that I'll do it for free. I won't charge you anything. I will never ask you for anything. Maybe I might ask you for a testimonial, actually. That's probably all I'll ask for. But this stuff works. It works really, really well. You just got to get good at it, that's all. So I hope that makes sense. They're just 2 little things that I used to use, and I know that they work. And there's a whole bunch of other things I could go through. So if you guys want some more stuff, let Sharon and the team know there, and you know, I'll bring some more stuff to the table for you guys. And again, I'm happy to do it all for free for you. So that's pretty much all for now. It's Mark Anthony signing off. Thanks, guys. All the best, and hopefully we'll have 6 people come in that need a hand with something. Cheers. And please make sure that you do need a hand. You're not already kicking some goals and doing well. Reserve that for people who really do. You might be struggling. You just need someone to give you a hand with your marketing, and I'll be happy to do that. Cheers, guys.